Welcome to Teacher Truths, presented by the Smithsonian Early Enrichment Center, SEEK. Each episode of Teacher Truths takes place between two SEEK faculty members and explores a topic related to education. Have a topic you'd like to hear about? Email seecsocialmedia@si.edu. This is Meredith.
This is Silvana.
What is your favorite museum visit?
So one of my favorite museum visits was part of this unit that we were studying because of the interests of one of our students. He was really into weather, and he got all of his friends into weather, coming in every day with a weather report. So we decided to talk about extreme weather because he was really fascinated with tornadoes. Mm-hmm. And one of the types of weather that we discussed was haboobs. Mm-hmm. And we did this whole big visit where we went to the Hirshhorn and went to go look at this painting that had a sandy color to it. But most of it was about like the experience and how people respond to sandstorms. So haboob is a type of sandstorm. Yeah. And I really liked this visit because there were just a lot of things that went right that day. I have myself been in a haboob when I lived in Phoenix.
What's that like?
And so it was really scary. Just out of nowhere, this big, huge, just the sky gets dark and this big, huge gust of sand comes and you it comes out of nowhere. Yeah. So I was able to relate to the topic with my own personal experiences.
It's so fun that you were able to tell your story.
Yeah, it was really great. So part of it, what that lesson really brought to light for me was that my own excitement about a topic can help to bring some excitement about that, because I think that a lot of the times when you're teaching younger kids, especially in kindergarten, that when they see your excitement, they pick up on it. Yeah. So when I was talking about something that I had a personal connection to, they wanted to know more, and I could give them these personal connections, and I could give them, the day it happened. I showed them a video from someone else took it, but it was a video
newscast or something.
From how it coming over Phoenix, crazy. And to say that I was there during that, they thought that was so cool. And so
were you outside?
We were inside, and then at the time they were doing construction on the mall, so it happened to also be very windy that day.
Okay.
So they were wearing these scarves over their mouth, and they were wearing these goggles, pretending to be in a haboob.
That's so funny, because when you were describing what a haboob was, I was thinking about this lesson that I taught once with babies, and we were crossing the National Mall, and then all of a sudden there was this big gust of wind, and what you could see across the mall was this dust, and it got into everyone's eyes, and I was able to run out of it really quickly and was trying to get the kids out of it, but they were all and we had sand in our mouth, and so you can get a mini. So you experienced
that happened to us while we were doing while they were all equipped for a sandstorm, and we were thinking, they're gonna think this is so lame. But we ended up walking across, and a big gust of wind, really...
It does. That sand in the mall will get in your eyes and your ears.
They loved it. And I talked to one of the parents pretty regularly, and she mentioned that her son still talks about the lesson and still remembers what a haboob is. And
it's such a unique word, too.
Yeah, so it was I really loved that lesson because of all the connections that I was able to make, and they were able to make, and we really learned together, but it was more of it just felt like it was really unique experience that we shared together.
We were just able to tell this great story.
Yeah, it was. I really.
And then they were able to imagine that they were part of your story.
Yeah, I think it took, because it takes a certain kind of adult to get into the really dramatic, we're about to go through a haboob, but it just came. You didn't need to act. It just the gust of wind came, and the dust was going all over us, but we were very prepared.
You were prepared. It's Mother Nature to the rescue, even though it was probably an experience that no one else on the National Mall wanted to experience.
Yeah, they loved it.
And you were yes, thank you.
Perfect timing. And sometimes everything goes wrong, but this day was in particular a day where everything was going right, and I just... That's so cool. I felt, just at the end, I was that went really well. I really had fun.
Does that make you after a lesson like that, does that make you want to like keep teaching more? Or
Oh yeah, I was like, oh, what else can I teach them about haboobs? And then it's more like, okay, let's think about some other types of extreme weather, and but it was really fun.
Yeah, I like when I teach lessons and the kids make connections that I might not necessarily even think about or have to decode, and by the end of the lesson, I'm like, I finally understood what you're saying, and then I'm like, okay, maybe we can teach about that tomorrow. Finally, now that I know.
Let's go from here.
Yeah, this is where I want to go. It is fun when you teach a lesson and you feel like energized.
Mm-hmm.
Like the kids make you feel
totally
energized.
Yeah.
Well, thanks for sharing.
Sure.
I can't think of my favorite museum lesson, so
I'm sure there are like
there's like too many.
Yeah.
And I've been thinking about it as you're talking. I was like, oh, I'll say one about a connection.
Do you have a favorite classroom memory?
Classroom memory? No, they're all my favorites.